Sea of Stars' newest DLC offers some amazing new features that makes this announcement that much more exciting. And as well as finally getting a new trailer and even on a grander stage like at the Nintendo Direct. And as well as also a release time frame. For some of you who do not know, Sea of Stars is the latest JRPG to be released by an indie studio, Sabotage Studios. This team has set out to recreate the greatness of Chrono Trigger with Sea of Stars and even getting the legendary Yasunori Mitsuda to compose most of the tracks in the game. Sea of Stars has received so much love, made great sales numbers, and even received multiple awards at the Game Awards. Currently right now, I think it's sitting back in 2023 as the best indie game that year. During that time, since its original launch and hype, Sabotage Studios told players about a new DLC coming to help add more story to some of the craziness in Sea of Stars. And guess what? We finally got an announcement for that DLC. So I actually want to talk about some of the content that is going to be in the Throes of the Watchmaker DLC. Starting off with the brand new classes, the first biggest piece of content that is new is in fact that Valere and Zale gets brand new classes to them to play off the theme of the circus-based theme DLC. It really plays off of their original classes in main game, which is a blade dancer and a lunar monk. And during DLC, Zale becomes a juggler, which gains a bit more agility than he already had, and Valere gets to really tap into her acrobatic nature. With these new classes, our Solstice duo gets brand new attacks, they get new damage types, new skills, and as well as combos, pretty much adding a whole new spin on the way they fight. During the trailer, you can see them doing attacks like crazily different from what we're used to, and I actually love the fact that we get to see, something new to add a fresh new take on our protagonists. Next, we have playing a vital role in helping the duo to finish their journey. We actually get to play as Artie, or the Artificer, during the DLC, so a brand new playable character. It feels great seeing that, as I wonder what it would be like to play as Artie and have them join the party. The Watchmaker and Artie is rather close, so it makes sense for them to finally let us play as them during the DLC, but since the entire DLC is centered around the Watchmaker, we hopefully can get more information regarding the characters. But with the new DLC and story beats, we actually get a brand new location. You guys probably already noticed that I said a circus. Well, this place is called Horlug, which seems to be hidden behind the clock tower behind the Watchmaker. Eric Brown and Yasunori brings fresh new music to bless our ears, and to couple with Zale and Valere getting new classes, we also get brand new enemies and bosses to take down, leading up to what seems to be our main villain in the DLC, which is what I'm gathering is the Puppeteer, alongside her minions like the clown duo Piff and Poof, who somehow created evil clone versions of Zale and Valere. There's also a elephant warrior. Like, there's a lot of new bosses that are coming, and I actually just can't wait to be able to figure out their gimmicks and be able to beat them, because that was one thing that I actually enjoyed about Sea of Stars, was trying to figure out how to defeat all of these bosses in the best way possible. Now, probably one of the biggest DLC updates that is coming here is the brand new co-op mode. Now, just for some of you out there, this is not only just an online, like you can only get a digital copy. No, there are physical copies already made for Sea of Stars, and with that, we are getting a local co-op mode. And right now, I do not know if it will be online service for players, but it is still cool nonetheless, since to spice up the gameplay of the DLC, you can do co-op timed attacks, which is the new mechanic. The co-op update will make its way to the main base game later this year, and it will also be a part of the DLC when it releases next year. So my final thoughts on the DLC is nothing but absolute hype around it. I wonder what time period this DLC would take place. Last time I played Sea of Stars was last year, so my memory is a bit foggy, but I do hope to see if this DLC taking place during either the final events of the game, or is a overall sequel to the ending of the game, in which it does set up for the events that would take place during the Messenger, which for some of you who do not know is the future events of Sea of Stars. This is Sabotage Studios' first game they've created, which technically is the current time period, while Sea of Stars is a prequel taking place in the past. So hopefully that DLC can set up some form of, bridge to gap between both of those two games. I also hope Zell and Valir can get us some better character development during this DLC, since my biggest gripe with everyone else in the main game had better development than our actual main characters that the game is centered around. Garo is still my boy no matter what. But with the release date happening around spring of 2025, I can't wait to see this story get more fleshed out. If you have not played Sea of Stars yet, then I highly recommend checking it out. If you are not convinced, then I suggest checking out my review. I will leave it in the card right here of Sea of Stars that I made last year. And if you enjoyed today's episode, then subscribe to the channel and like the video as always. But make sure you stay safe out there. And it's been your host, Chaos DTV, here at Chaotic Inc., signing out. Peace.